Hi, Collective. Welcome back. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome to your 2025 year-end message, where I do a full recap of what you've gone through in 2025. Also, give you some words of encouragement and advice going into 2026. So, let's see. Let's start with your Astro Code messages, Aquarius. Let's see what 2025 brought to you, what lessons you may have learned, what wisdom you may have obtained, and how 2025 is affecting you at this time. Welcome back, all of my current followers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. Welcome in any new followers and subscribers. Thank you for joining the Soul Tribe. I truly appreciate it. All right, Aquarius, 2025 messages from the Astros. So let's see. Okay. Gemini. So you were affected possibly by the full moon in Gemini that just passed a few days ago. Gemini energy cross-pollinate. I wanted to say earlier intertwined, so I feel like you're connected to something, intertwined with something. Messages, Mercury energy. Okay. The number 3 could be significant the month of March. The number 20 could be significant the 20th of a month, the 3rd of a month. March 20th. Juno. Partnership. Intertwined. Partnership. Okay. Midhaven. Number 36 could be significant. Number 31, the 31st. The end of December, the coming into the new year could be significant. The number 4, born on the 4th, the month of April. Love. The number 36 could be significant. You could be 36, you could be 31. The number 9 could be significant the month of September. You could be 63. Then we have the moon, number 19, perception. Something hidden in the subconscious. Number 19, the 19th could be significant, the number 10. And then we have discomfort, debilitated. Interesting. Let's see. Aquarius. Okay. So Aquarius, I feel like this could be about love or career. And I say that because I see a lot of doubles here. Okay. So if you look at the cards that I have out here, the Gemini card, there's 2 B's here on this Mercury card as well with messages. This snake-like figure is intertwined. There's 2 sides. Also, the Juno, there's 2 parrots here in partnership. So this is about something that you're connected to, a romantic situation or a career. Even in this debilitated discomfort card, there's 2 staircases that come in from both sides and combine into one. So I feel like in 2025, you have been working toward partnership, connections, creating connections, stronger connections. Yeah, in regards to your career and your reputation. So I feel like you've worked very hard, Aquarius, this year to try to rebuild your reputation, not only within your career, but also within your romantic partnerships. Yeah, I feel like this is something with the moon here that you have been doing instinctually, meaning it's been within your subconscious. It's something that your intuition has been telling you that you've been needing to work on. So I feel like you've been working on trying to rebuild connections, create stronger connections with people, places, careers, situations. Yeah, I feel like this has been what has been in your energy in 2025, Aquarius. Yeah, and I feel like this kind of goes against who you are naturally, Aquarius, meaning that you know, you have a side that's very disobedient, that can be very aloof and impersonal. So I feel like you've actually had to put in effort in order to put work into the connections that you have. Again, romantic, platonic, career connections, things like that. But this has been something, yeah, that has not been very comfortable because it's not something that comes natural to you. But you've been intuitively made, you know, your intuition has been telling you that this is going to be something important for you moving forward into 2026. So you have definitely put in the time and effort. You have made it known that you would rather work together with others rather than create friction and work against others, if that makes sense. And I feel like this has been your focus. And I feel like there has been a level of consistency in you doing this. And I say that because of how I'm seeing the doubles all being, you know what I mean, in line with each other. I feel like, yeah, with this midhaven, I feel like you understand that you're this being connected to your career and reputation, that pinnacle is going to be determined by your connections, by your relationships moving forward. So you would rather have more good connections, more good relationships than negative ones. So you have made that conscious decision to work on your connections with others. All right, Aquarius. Something is revving up, energy is building. With this motorcycle engine out here. Something is about to take off for you, Aquarius, maybe within your connections. So maybe the effort that you have been putting into the connection is going to reap some type of reward for you in 2026. This is what you are hoping for. Yeah. Okay. Aquarius. What are the messages for Aquarius? Messages for Aquarius. Okay. All right. So the first one out was have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like you have a future goal in mind. So you are trying to put in the work now so that luck can be on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Yeah. Balancing the scales. There we go. Confirmation. So, yes, you are working to balance out your connections, even in romantic partnerships. You want a new romantic cycle with someone. So, you are trying to communicate deeply. New moon in Gemini, you are trying to communicate clearly that you see the bigger picture, that you want a better connection with someone or a situation, whether that's a workplace, romantic partner, platonic relationships, or all three of them. So you understand that having these strong connections will allow you to have faith in your dreams moving forward and will bring you some level of luck as long as these relationships are in balance. This is a realization that I feel like you've had, and I feel like you understand that you have to communicate this so that it is clear that, again, your purpose is to create harmony, not to create discomfort or confrontation within your connections at this time. Yeah. So I feel like you are definitely playing a game of chess, Aquarius, at this time, and trying to ensure your future by ensuring that the people and places you are connected to see you as valuable, see you as a place of harmony rather than a place of discord or chaos. And again, I feel like this is something that you've had to consciously do because it doesn't come natural to you, because there's, a side of you that is more aloof and impersonal. But you have made it your business to be personable, to communicate, to be consistent in your actions towards your connections, again, to show your value. And this, like I said, could also definitely have to do with someone that you are trying to reconnect with romantically. Okay. All right, Aquarius. So what are your words of encouragement that will help you in creating better relationships, not only with others, but also with themselves? I've been called to say this too. Make sure that your intentions behind your actions are not for selfish reasons. Because understand that even though externally your actions seem innocent, they seem positive, right? Your intentions are what's going to matter. Your heart space, the reason for you doing what you're doing, the connections that you're making. If they are for selfish reasons or reasons of just survival, they can be lost. So please be mindful to make sure that you are connecting with people not just as a survival tactic, but because you truly want these connections in your life, because you value these connections, the people. Just side note, okay? All right, messages from the universe for Aquarius. Messages from the universe for Aquarius. Messages from the universe for Aquarius. Wow. Okay, one more, please, for Aquarius. Wow. I'm going to take all of those. Okay. Understanding. Understanding is the key to deep connections. Like I said, you are taking the time to understand people, the connections that you have, because you do want deeper connections. But again, be mindful of the intention. Prayer. Prayer is a dialogue with the universe. Express your wishes. Maybe you guys need to pray more. Connect more with your faith, your spiritual side. Maybe some of you guys don't really believe. Understand that you have to be aware that we are all connected in some way with spirit. So definitely, keep your faith, communicate with spirit, ask for clarity, awareness in your situations. Yeah, you are learning to nurture your connections. Yeah. This is also about you showing yourself love, which is pertinent. Your insight. You have clarity. You've gained insight and awareness that of how important these connections are going to be to your future. I don't know how you have gained this clarity. Maybe you've been shown the people who are for you and the people who are not for you. Maybe these have been hard lessons that you've had to learn, and you've lost a lot of people in your life. And so maybe the people who have remained, you are now seeing them with a different set of eyes. You have better insight and clarity about the people who truly have always been there for you, who truly always cared for you, versus the ones who had you around or you were connected to that did not value you at all. And so maybe this is where this motivation to hold on to and find a deeper connection with the people that remain, the situations that remain in your life comes from, because you have learned the lessons, because you do see clearly now who is for you and who was against you. So that's beautiful if you've gained that clarity in 2025, Aquarius. And then if that is the case, if this is what you are being motivated by, then that tells me that your heart is in the right place. That tells me that you truly are aware of why you need to be more consistent in creating harmony within the dynamics that still hold true to your life, because it's probably not very many left after the awareness and clarity that you gained about the others. And this could be friends, family, coworkers, all of it. I feel like maybe your foundation was it was shook up after you gained this clarity and awareness. And so now you're just trying to treasure and hold on to the people, places, and situations that are for you. Beautiful. I like it. I like it. Okay. What strengths and abilities will Aquarius need or have needed in 2025 and will need moving forward into 2026? Strengths and abilities for Aquarius. Yeah. Wow. One more. One more. Okay. Yep. Admiration. I feel like you are admiring the people in your life. You're inspired. They've inspired you to find balance within yourself. I feel like you are showing so much gratitude for your connections, like we've just been saying. Mm-hmm. And you are realizing with the connections that you've lost that you are worthy of respect. I feel like you were not being respected, but I feel like you didn't realize that you weren't being respected until you came across other people in your life who actually showed you respect. So then you had something to compare to, right? Then you recognized where you were lacking in your connections. And now you have been awakened to your own true potential, Aquarius. And this is bringing you a feeling of freedom. I feel like maybe you were connected to people in your life who did not respect you, who did not treat you well. Maybe you came from a situation of a blended family, um, something like that, a step family. But it was a family dynamic where you were never made to feel appreciated, but you didn't know the difference because, again, this is where you grew up or you have been around for so long. But then I feel like you started to meet people who truly gave to you equally. I feel like you could have been a people pleaser within those past connections, possibly as well. But I feel like you are now understanding that you do deserve equal give and take from anybody in your life. And again, that meant you having to let go of those people and connections that kept you out of balance. And now that you've been able to do that, I feel like you are enlightened to true connections. And you are so grateful for being made aware of this, for the enlightenment of learning this. This has allowed you to come back into union with people, even within yourself. And I feel like you now expect respect from other people, but in turn, you also give it to the right people. You recognize and acknowledge the true connections, the correct connections. And this has awakened your potential for growth within your connections and has given you a feeling of freedom that you never had because of the knowledge that you've gained. Also, freedom within your heart space as well. I'm getting. Because again, naturally, Aquarius, you guys are very aloof, impersonal. You can be. But I feel like your heart space is opened. And so you truly treasure the people that you still have within your life. And you are making the effort to consciously show them that you see them, that they matter to you, that they are important to you. Beautiful. Wow. All right. I like it. I like the energy. Okay. What are the love vibes then for Aquarius regards to connections? What are the love vibes for Aquarius? What has Aquarius been dealing with in 2025 going into 2026? Has there been lessons learned, new love vibes for Aquarius? Love vibes for Aquarius. A few more, please. Okay. Okay. Some of you guys could be in same-sex connections. Okay. So I feel like Aquarius, you have, again, reiterating the message, you have learned to love yourself. And I feel like that's been a lesson in and of itself that you've had to learn. I feel like you were afraid to love because, again, I feel like your connection to love was based in these connections where people took from you, they never really gave back to you. Okay. I feel like there is someone who you are friends with or you're in a friend zone with at this time that you look at as a ride or die, somebody who you feel like is still standing with you even through all of the lessons that you've had to learn. And I feel like you want to make a move towards this individual, but you are afraid to because of your financial situation at this time. So I feel like you finally realized what was keeping your heart space closed or small. And that was because of those past connections. But I feel like there's somebody in your life that has been in the background to your situation that has friend zoned you. And I believe they friend zoned you because they saw that your heart space was closed, that you were not able to give or treat them the way that they would have deserved to be treated in regards to matters of the heart. I feel like you've always had this person's back. I feel like you've always been very protective over them. But because of the disconnect, there's been a loss of chemistry. There's no chemistry between the two of you. But you see them as a connection that is still standing even through all of the hard times that you've gone through. And I feel like this is what makes you want to move towards them in a more romantic way. But again, I feel like there is this issue with your finances that's holding you back. And I feel like that's something that you want to correct first because you want to be able to give to them in every way, even though you are already protective of them. Excuse me, you guys, sorry. Even though you are already protective of them, you already see them as a good friend, as a good, person. You want to be fully ready to present yourself in a way where you feel whole as well. And I feel like you are working on your finances going into 2026 in order to be able to do that. So I feel like you're not quite ready, but this is the direction that you want to go. Now that you've learned the lessons, now that you have direction, you have clarity about what it is you're seeking. Okay. All right. What is your intuitive oracle message, Aquarius? What is the most important oracle? Okay. You're more powerful than you know, Aquarius. Number 12 could be significant, the month of December, which we are in. The number 3 could be significant as well. Yeah. Some of you guys have not expressed yourself to this friend that you see in a more romantic way. But you're more powerful than you know, Aquarius, okay? Do you realize your own superpower? You have the ability to create your own destiny, change your emotions, and rewrite your own story. The only things blocking your power are your mind and belief systems. What would you do if you weren't afraid of failing? There is no certainty in life, so allow yourself to be brave and step into your full potential. This is not a dress rehearsal, it is life. Don't live with the regrets of what if, and instead turn your mantra into why not? What sparks joy inside you? What do you do to play? Do more of that. Do more of what makes your heart and soul sing rather than playing it safe and staying small. There is such power in you waiting to be expressed, and you will only find it by experimenting in new ways. Get exploring. Again, I feel like you are definitely taking more action within your own life, Aquarius, at this time. I feel like you are realizing now that you have discernment about your connections, about your relationships, about who to pour into and who not. I feel like that's giving you a new level of freedom to explore. So I like it. Okay. Angel numbers for Aquarius, most important angel numbers for Aquarius at this time. Gather strength and courage. Energetic responsibility. Be aware of the vibes you send out. Your angels alert you to be aware of the vibrations you are sending out into the world. What you are going through is creating havoc for those who are absorbing your energy. Lie in a calm state and focus on breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. After a few deep breaths, do a full body stretch, feel balanced, and stabilize yourself. So, this is about energy projections. We call it evil eye. The energy that you push out into the world or towards other people creates energy around you. So if that energy is negative, it's going to create chaos around you, and the energy will come back to you if it is misplaced. So being responsible with your energy, with your thoughts, with your intentions, like I said, is very important. Stagnant. Angel number 635. Life grows in the peaceful moments. Your angels know that life has felt stagnant lately, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening behind the scenes. Sit for 1 minute where you can be undisturbed. Focus on your breathing, trying to be as connected to your own self as possible. When the minute is up, notice how much you have mindfully changed, even in that short, seemingly uneventful stretch of time. Reflection, perspective, trust fall. Angel number 222. Your angels ask you to trust your place in life right now. You are in the right place at the right time. It's time to take a look around and enjoy the moment. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Think of one thing you need to let go of so you can enjoy the moment. Give that one thing gratitude and then send it off into the universe. Picture it evaporating into thin air. It's no longer something you need to concern yourself with. Time to let go. A thought pattern, limiting belief, negativity. One, two, 4, and 5. So 3, 3, 4, 5. March, April, May. March 9th, September 3rd. 5 and 4 is 9, 11, 12. Perspective. 1, 2, 3. Forward movement. A lot of people are getting forward movement in their dice messages. Forward movement is needed. 6, the month of June, I feel, but I also heard 6 of Cups. So this is about a past connection. Like I said, somebody from your past that you have a connection with, but you are either friend zoned or maybe not in connection with at this time that you think about. 66. Yeah. You want to give to them equally. You want to bring balance within the connection, but you need to work on your finances, you feel? Okay. All right. All right. So let me leave you with your last message of introspection. Aquarius's message for 2025 going into 2026. Something to think about. The endless path. Do you feel stuck in a cycle? What patterns are repeating and what needs to change for a new direction to emerge? That is your question, Aquarius, to contemplate. Do you feel stuck in a cycle? What patterns are repeating and what needs to change for a new direction to emerge? All right, you guys. I see a snake in the middle of this road. I don't know why I was called to look at that. A snake in the middle of this highway. Also, I'm seeing the set of eyes here. You're keeping your eye on someone, Aquarius. You're watching someone very closely, studying someone, admiring someone. Some of you guys could be dealing with somebody watching you, stalkers, so just be mindful. All right. That's what I have for you guys. I hope it was helpful, purposeful. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. But until next time, you guys, bye.